All right, so the time has come. This is my copy of Misfits Walk Among Us that I just picked up from this gentleman while I was out in Vegas for punk rock bowling. So this belonged to Fat Mike. This was his personal copy. It is a first press. I will be cleaning it with Chris here, and then we're going to play it once. I'm going to probably record that with my phone just to do it, and I'll put it up on Patreon because I can't do it on YouTube. My Glenn Danzig won't really allow that. So, but this has been like authenticated. It's got a OB strip that they did here, signed by Fat Mike. On the back there is a hologram with a serial number just to show that it is from that actual collection that they made this and not somebody else. And this isn't like the best condition or anything, but it just has a lot of story to it. And it is a first press on Ruby Records with a red, if I remember correctly, a red label, I believe. So this is pretty freaking cool. No, Red Label was a different record. It was a NOFX record that had Red Label. This is just Ruby Records. But yeah, so I mean, it's got plenty of surface wear on it, but honestly, once it's cleaned up, the first two tracks will have some pops. I listened to a fair bit of this, and it doesn't have as much noise as I was thinking it was going to have. But I mean, this is a used, loved record, but it's a first press, and that's pretty badass. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to clean this. You want to take it? And
Sure.
And then I'm going to we're going to listen to it once it's dry, and then we will put it in a resealable bag, probably just put it on the wall. I don't want this one to get further damaged. And so what is this thing again? This is, I kept saying it was a...
You were saying that it was...
ultrasonic, but that's not really what it was.
It's not an ultrasonic.
I was thinking of a different person.
This is it's a wet clean with there's brushes, and this is vacuuming. So it's vacuuming on the bottom and on the top. I need to grab
Doing like a slight brush to it as well?
Yes, I need to grab the brush. Hold on. You can keep talking.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. This is a cool machine. My friend Bill, who owns Lonesome Frog Records, he's the one with the ultrasonic. So shout out to Bill from Lonesome Frog. But there's a couple of fingerprints on here I wanted to get off. I just wanted to clean this as well as I could. And then I wanted to listen to it all the way through one time. And honestly, I wanted to do that with Chris because he's the only person that I know that I hang out with anyways. That's a bigger record collector than I am. And so this is just important to both of us.
So we're just going to kind of... The first one, because the brush is still dry, we're going to...
Hit it with that lube, huh?
Cover it. And there's...
Oh, damn, okay.
Like, the second side I won't need to put nearly that much on.
Yeah.
But because
Boy, we are 12-year-olds, dude, because this does look like you just shot all over it. You nasty bastard. What are you doing? Sorry, okay, continue your not 12-year-old thought.
I'm just gently holding the brush while it rotates. We're going to let it rotate at least one time through. And because this is a particularly dirty record, after I've done one rotation, I'm going to do these little light circles.
Okay.
The point is, and there's a surfactant in this solution, and so that breaks the surface tension. Like if you know how a fly can walk on water?
Right.
Well, a surfactant would make that fly sink into the water.
Oh, okay.
It just breaks the surface tension, and that's what you want for it to try and get it all the way into the groove. And again,
got you.
With a normal cleaning, I'm just going to usually go one way, but with a dirty record, I'm going to do the other way as well.
Okay.
And just...
What does a machine like this cost if anybody was trying to get one?
Well, what's really great, this is the Record Dr. X. I don't know if that means 10, because they went from 6 to X. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not like Parker counting, dude.
Now, I'm a record geek, so this is like a $500+ machine, but you can get the Record Dr. 6, which is pretty much identical to this, except you're going to be manually turning it.
Okay.
Like, it's going to have the same record
clamp and everything.
And you're just going to turn it yourself. And that thing, I think you can get for $2.99 or something like that.
Okay, so it's like 40% less to manually spin it?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I think it's worth the $200 to...
Well, I already had a spin clean, so I'd been there and done that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spin cleans are cool, but...
They're really good.
But they are manual.
Yeah, but a spin clean does a great job.
That's what I use at my house.
It's just sort of like...
In my shop.
You know, everybody kind of limps their way into this. First,
dude, I can't wait to listen to this.
First priority is the music, you know?
Right.
So you're buying vinyl, you're falling in love with vinyl. It's not until years later that you start worrying about accessories and cleaning,
right? Especially
and
something
that
like
kind of
this.
stuff. And
Even a spin clean was probably a good 18 months into me buying again.
for sure, it was a couple of years into me buying because it was I think $70.
Yeah, $79.99. And I was buying so much used stuff. That's why I bought it as quick as I did, because I was buying a bunch of used records. But like, I don't know, man. There was just something special about this record, and I thought bringing it up here with you. Honestly, it may not be as big deal to you, but it was a big deal to me to come up here and hang out with you and do this. I thought this would be really cool.
No, I mean, I've got a couple of friends locally. I'm like, hey man, you want to bring? If you guys have records you want to clean, bring them by. We'll just listen and clean.
Well, that was the whole. If I wasn't going to listen to it with you, it wouldn't be near as cool. But I was like, man, I'm going to listen to it at least once. And I was like, got to do that with Chris, because the only other time I listened to it was at the record store when they played it. I didn't play it at my house. I was waiting to do this. I wanted to get it nice and clean first. That guy was
a decent system to put it on, which
decent.
may not do it any favors.
No, it'll sound extra shitty.
Yeah, probably.
You'll be like, man, I can hear all the bullshit with this record. Thanks, Randall.
So now that I've got it good and coated on both sides, I'm just going to put it on the record clamp till it's good and snug.
Like a glove.
And we're going to let it do 3 rotations one way and then 3 rotations the other way.
And then after it's done on the other side, are we going to like take a quick break to go outside and let it completely air dry?
Yeah, I always have a microfiber cloth when I'm doing this, because like sometimes it can pull up on the...
Oh, I'm tripping. It was vacuuming from both sides.
Yes. So...
Oh, that's so dope. Actually, it looks fairly decent now. I mean, it's not... It's still got...
It's shiny. The scratches are still there, but it's shiny. And
Well, there was a lot of fingerprints and dust on it.
Yep.
That's what we were trying to get off of there. The abrasions aren't going nowhere, but the dust and fingerprints affect a record sound just a lot more than people realize.
Well, and if it's a lot of grease from your fingers, that stuff gets on your stylus too. I mean, that's the only bad thing about records is everything matters.
Yes. Well, I've been trying to figure out a way to clean my stylus effectively for years, dude. The only thing that I've ever used that worked well was that little sticky thing, but I think that's supposed to be bad for your stylus.
It is, because like when people started looking at them under a microscope and seeing that
it's leaving residue back.
Residue on the stylus.
You're never gonna win, man.
So,
dude, that looks fucking sweet. I can't wait to listen to it in a minute. Let's go take a quick break and then we'll jam this bad motherfucker, bro. Right. You want to leave it on here to air, air dry out?
Sure.
Let's do that, and then we'll go outside. We'll come back in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta put that teen mortgage away anyway.
You've been jamming that thing for a long time.
Yep. Well, yeah, good record.
Yeah, I would imagine that this record is not a 45 RPM record. Ooh, let's go. Where would this be out of your way the most? You know what? Right here seems good. With the
Are you rolling?
record in the frame. I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like pop, 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 pop.
Oh, well, you know what? That was anticlimactic.
It's not on, is it?
No, it's on, but it's not on phono.
Oh, what do you have it plugged up to?
I can play stuff from my phone.
Oh, from your phone, okay. You poser. No.
The other day, someone was over hanging out, and like we got to chatting, and it was like neither one of us wanted to go grab a record.
Sometimes you don't want to put a record on me. It's a pain in the ass.